All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is February 9th, 2025. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up with me, John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Hey, let's go take a look at some charts today. All right, just a sloppy day. Really sloppy day. We started out underneath VWAP. We wound up opening up over VWAP. And then we faded down under VWAP and then came back up over VWAP. And then came back under VWAP and then got up over VWAP and then headed back down under VWAP. So, I mean, it was just a total slop day. That's it. Range bound pretty much. Give it to the bulls. We had an open gap for the bulls. Bulls price action gapped up and consolidated over to the right. All right, so that's price action bullish on the bulls part. Again, consolidation over prior consolidation. Let me get my drawing tools out here. Okay, you got all this consolidation right here over all this consolidation right here. So that's bullish, not to mention the gap up. That's a bullish environment. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Mr. Powell is supposed to speak. All right, so let's look at the 10-minute chart. All right, pick it up on a clean one. On the 10-minute chart, we got a 10-minute downtrend coming into the close. On the 2-hour chart, we have a 2-hour uptrend going into the close. See price action in the 3 up over the 8 EMA. All right, on the daily chart, what do we have? We have an inside day, pretty much what I said it was going to be. Just an inside day. Higher low, lower high, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. If we look at it with the quad lines on, up over the all-time high anchored VWAP, up in quadrant 4. That's bullish up there. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM puts in an inside day, closing over the trap, under the trap, over the 17, underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP, right there, over the uptrend line, up here in neutral territory, not in the upper third, so IWM just neutral here on the bullish side of neutrality. All right, not quite bullish, not in the upper third, not in upper quadrant 4. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow, inside day. Everybody got an inside day, I guess. Lower high, higher low, closing under bearish trap. Over the 17 EMA, over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Up in quadrant 4, that's bullish. Let's take a look at QQQ. Inside day, another inside day. Closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA, over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. FNGU, price action, inside day, no surprise. Closing over the trap, over the 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP, over the downtrend line, over the uptrend line, up here in quadrant 4. That's bullish. Let's take a look at our technicals. T2122. Thought we would have broke down. Guess not. Put in the higher low. Still have not made the higher high. Just chopped around inside the buyer's chop zone. I mean, if you're going to be bullish, why not go all the way to the buy zone? I'm just saying, it looks got a wedge consolidation where we got a lower high and a higher low. So we'll see how that spins tomorrow. T2123. All right, first 3 candles red for the rest of the day, mostly green, and then a sell-off for a little profit taking at the end of the day there. Still up over the rising 200 SMA, still up over those prior all-time highs. T2123 3-bar, price action. 3 more green candle bars up over the prior all-time highs. Price action moving up, consolidating over to the right in a bull flag pattern. Price action is underneath the flat 200 or a falling, well, a fading 200 SMA. Again, we have consolidation over consolidation. Okay, so you got this consolidation right here over this consolidation right there. Okay, so you get this consolidations under this. Let's try it again. Maybe you'd get a clear picture if I could get the right square. Alright, so get consolidation again over prior consolidation. That's bullish. Bull flag. Just got to get up over the 200 SMA. Alright, there's the 3-bar chart. Let's take a look at FNGU. Alright, FNGU gaps up. Got a bullish gap. Bears couldn't fill it. Alright, give the credit for the bulls on that one. Price action gaps up. Winds up ripping up over VWAP here and then pulling back and then just kind of just no bounce. Just a dead cat bounce here on the pullback. So we'll see what happens with that. Price action is... I see a little bit of consolidation over prior consolidation. Let's see what we get. Okay, so there's the consolidation. And you can see here's our prior consolidation. And then prior consolidation. And then prior consolidation. So you've got consolidation over prior, that's bullish. Consolidation over prior, that's bullish. And then you've got consolidation over prior. That's bullish. Alright, so there's FNGU up over the 200 SMA there. Nice work on their part. They should be getting pretty close to smacking those all-time highs. Let's go see how far away they are. Okay, they're not far at all. Okay, so the all-time high is right here, 698.25, currently at 656. They got a 10-day ATR of $37. Just call it 38. All right, so 38 and 656. Let's just get out the calculator here. 38 plus 656, 694. All-time high is 697. So you can see we could tag that all-time high in a day. All right, we got a lower high right here at 695. We could tag that high in a day. All right, if they choose to do it, you can see it's right there if they want it. Okay, again, price action closing over the uptrend line, over the downtrend line. All right, that's FNGU. Let's go take a look at a few sectors. Start with XLE. All right, XLE, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap over the 17, underneath the 12-month high anchored VWAP. Price action has a habit of going up and giving it up. All right, so price action just neutral here. Okay, still underneath this downtrend line, still underneath this downtrend line. Price action in a downtrend. All right, they broke this low, started a downtrend. Price action never made a higher high yet. We'll see what happens. UNG. UNG got a higher low and a higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17, over the buy box, over the 12-month high anchored VWAP up here in quadrant 3. Didn't quite make the cut for the upper third, so just neutral right there on UNG. Let's take a look at USO. All right, USO got a habit of moving up and giving it up. Okay, price action is in a daily uptrend. If they take this low right here, they'll be in a downtrend. Price action for USO It's a higher low and a higher high, closing over the trap, but under the falling 17, popping up out of the buy box right there. This was my buy box, so that's looking good. Not in the upper third, not in upper quadrant, so just neutral here, but up over this 3-year high anchored VWAP, so that's bullish. So if you go back here and look at this, this is a big extended bull flag right there on USO. Let's take a look at precious metals. All right, GLD, guess what? Yeah, you got it. New all-time high for GLD today. All right, let's take a look at, that's bullish. You don't need to know. I mean, it's making new all-time highs. It's definitely bullish. Silver, inside day, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17, over the 12-year high anchored VWAP. Not quite in the upper third, but kind of neutral. Really leaning on bullish on silver. Still in an uptrend. Let's take a look at... Alright, let's take a look at SMH, see what they got going on. SMH inside day, closing over the trap, over the 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP in the upper third. That's bullish up there for SMH. They got a habit of moving up and giving it up. They're still in a downtrend, but as soon as they take out this high, they'll be in an uptrend. XOK is in an uptrend. XOK got an inside day as well. Closing over the trap, over the 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP, up in quadrant 4. XLK is in an uptrend and bullish up here in quadrant 4. XLF. XLF lower high, lower low, closing under bullish trap, over the rising 17, underneath, well, that's a prior all-time high. Underneath the all-time high, underneath prior all-time high, right there for XLF. That's our financial sector, all right? That's still bullish, way up here in quadrant 4. Let's take a look at XLI, industrials. Industrials bullish up here in quadrant 4. Higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Still in a downtrend. If they manage to take out this high right here, they'll have an uptrend. There's XLI. Still in a downtrend, but bullish up here in quadrant 4. Not above the uptrend line, though. Let's take a look at XLU. XLU is in an uptrend, making outside day, higher high, lower low, closing over the trap, over the 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP. XLU is bullish up here in the upper third. Let's take a look at XRT. And then we'll almost call it a day after we visit the transports. All right, XRT, you can see is still in this consolidation over prior consolidation. That's bullish, but XRT has a habit of moving up and giving it up. Again, moving up, okay, moving up and giving it up, moving up and giving it up. That's just neutral. Moving up and giving it up. Again, just neutral there on XRT. Almost setting up head and shoulders, but I wouldn't trust that one. Okay, so let's take that out. You can see price action here, lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17, under the uptrend line, over the midpoint, but not in the upper third nor the upper quadrant. Okay, that is a bullish environment, but is not acting bullish right now. Okay, price action just kind of neutral, continues to move up and give it up. All right, let's take a look at IYT. Try that one more time. All right, IYT, higher high, higher low, closing over the trap, over the 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP, over the uptrend line, up in quadrant 4. That's bullish on the transports. Don't get excited. We've seen this before. All right, where they move up and they give it up. All right, got to see price action in a lot of these sectors move up and hold, especially all those that moved up and gave it up before. XLI, XLU, XRT, all of them, they continue to move up and give it up. All right, so I don't know if maybe things are changing. I don't know. We'll find out. We are picking up on some higher lows. Question is, can the bulls make some higher highs? All right, I take questions in the room. If there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and render my video. If there's anything else to be said or talked about today, just a tough day. Price up and over VWAP and under VWAP and over VWAP. Can I review my trades? Yes. All right. They were nothing really to brag about. I made on these 607 calls, most of them were bought for like 8 cents, 9 cents, 10 cents, and sold for like, I don't know, 11 cents, 12 cents, and 13 cents. All right, just on the micro bullish uptrends at the time. So that's 607s. I'll back this out, move it over, and we'll pull that up right here. Let's pull up the 607s. All right, I'll pull up the chart of it, and we'll get the 2 period. So you can see, really just buying low and selling a couple pennies higher. That's it. You know, anytime you can take 1 million shares and sell them for 2 cents over what you bought them for, you know, you wind up with a really good day. All right, you can take 1 million shares and sell them for a couple cents higher than what you bought them for. You'll have a good day. Right there, so you can see me. These are the blue lines right here where I bought low. All right, and then I sold high. Bought low, sold high. Bought low, sold high. Right there. That's all it is on those. And you can see here's the price decay. It started out here at the beginning of the day. All right, up here at 27. All right, and it just decayed all day long. And there were some pockets of bullishness in the market. All right, which gave me an easy out to sell those contracts that I bought down here at the lows up here at the highs during price popping up. So you can see as price pops up here, you can see price pulls back. I'm buying the pullback, pops up, and I dump it. All right, price is here, pulls back, I accumulate, goes up, I dump it, accumulate, I dump it, accumulate, I dump it, accumulate, I dump it. You can see the red ones and the blue ones. Every time price pulls back, I accumulate, moves up, I dump it. It was a bullish environment day. It made it easy to do this all day long on the 607 calls, because the 607 was right there within the range, $6.70. Pulls back, accumulate, dump it. Every time price popped up. Okay, I had some 600 puts. All right, we'll go over those. I got stopped out of those, but re-entered them. So I had these 600 puts, and I saw price action kind of topping out there in the afternoon, right about, I don't know, 6:05:32 area. All right, and then we broke that one candle, and then it came back through, so I jumped back in. So I took a big hit. All right, $5,000 loss. Remember, I made a lot on the 607 calls. I took a big hit right there when I got stopped out, and it was this candle right here on those 607 calls. So I'll take those and I'll map those out for you. And you can see how I traded those today. And as price went up, all right, as price went down, you can see I sold into the rally because it's a put, so price is going to climb as price comes down. So as the price of SPY drops down, the price of the put will go up. So I'm buying at the low and selling into the rallies. Then I bought the pullback. All right, then it just kept going and going and going, and then they just they got me right up here on this candle right there that went up over 605.32, and so I got stopped out on that right there. And then as I saw price come back down under these tails, I got back in it, and you can see how I traded it throughout the rest of the evening, buying the dips and selling the highs right there. Buying the dips and selling the highs on SPY right there. Those are the 600 puts, and they expire in 4 days. All right, and that was, I had some covered calls. All right, on the covered calls, I got stopped out of those, 610. All right, so I had 4 of the covered calls. You can see I took a $300 hit on the calls, and they were to hedge. Let me see my positions. All right, so I have some calls up here, 20, 25. So they were to hedge these calls right here, and you can see price continued to go up higher. So I just stopped out of those as well. You can see I had to buy 4. And I took a $300 loss on those. Then I had the 609 calls, all right? And I did the same thing as I did with the 607 calls. Okay, bought the low, sold the high, bought the low, sold the high. Every time it rallied up, I sold into the highs. Okay, and then we pulled back, so I accumulated a little bit more, all right, to hedge against my puts. Because I got 90 puts that expire in 4 days. All right, so the market's bullish right now, still bullish. All right, so I have some calls and I have some puts to hedge against them. All right, so you guys understand my trades? JA? Well, thank you. The other one, you know, it like looks amazing, but it's something I learned in my earlier years. You can take 1 million shares and sit on it. This is back when I used to get paid to actually paid to add liquidity to the market. So not only it didn't cost me any commission, actually it was a reverse commission, because they would pay me to keep liquidity in the market, and you can buy like, you know, 10 or 20,000 and sit on the bid and sell them at the ask. And that's pretty much where it came for some of this today. But if you did that, think about it. If you did that with 1 million shares, you just sit on the bid and sell at the ask, you know, you wind up having a really good day at the end of the day. All right, traders, that's it. All right, I'll see you guys all tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Thanks for being here. Hope you had a good day. It was a difficult day, that's for sure. All right, nothing good really happened today other than a little bit of profit for me. That's it. All right, everybody have a great evening.